cool one to show off. This is going out to my buddy Aaron. This is his custom Usmc dial build. So lots of stuff going on with this build. It's custom, pretty much as custom as I can do with these. So we have a brass Usmc dial, and he sent me some sand that he had from Baghdad. So we mix the sand into the blue lume and then put it all throughout there. So if you can get it at a good angle here, you can see it's a brass dial, and then you can see within the lume it's just discolored in there. That's actually sand. So took some silver hands, stripped the lume from them, custom painted them in gold, and then custom painted a second hand, and then lumed them in blue. And then we did the pips in blue, and I was actually able to find an insert that had blue lume itself. So in the daytime it's pretty hard to see, so hopefully in the video you will get to see, or in the daylight you can actually still see it once I get it charged up pretty heavy with this UV light. But you can see the lume within the dial, you can see it all the way around in the bezel, and you can see it in the hands. Kind of disappears right away, but it's there. So that's that part. Brushed case, polished bezel with that black countdown bezel insert. I was able to get this thing on freaking tight, so it shouldn't move on you too much unless you want it to. Non-clickable bezel, so it'll go left, it'll go right, but I got this on super tight with the tension ring, so shouldn't be free spinning or anything like that on you. So just get it on there decently, correct. Sometimes getting these things pointing perfect is a fight. Did a gilded rotor around here. I was trying to show you there. Gilded rotor going all the way around inside the glass. Did the Reaper on the crown for you, and then custom laser etched caseback. So solid caseback that's been milled out, and then we engraved it. So inside here you got a stainless steel movement holder, my little signature on the rotor. Normally you see that with an exhibition caseback, but you can't see that here. And then a custom two-piece Horween strap, and with embedded shrapnel that he sent me in the two upper spots. And you can even see how thick this shrapnel was, and it was hard to bend because we had several pieces we were trying to do, like, peppered in all throughout, but unless you're putting it right here where it's kind of going around off the top of the wrist, these others were not making it easy to have any kind of good bend to them. So first attempt failed pretty hard, but second attempt we just embedded them there in the top. So you'll have your little box with the rest of them in there too. That metal, we don't know what that metal is. We couldn't bend it. We had to cut it into little pieces. So there's, like, I think 3 more pieces in here, because that was the plan, was to just have it throughout the strap, but it did not pan out that way. So there's your shrapnel put in there, so you'll have that there forever, and you'll have some more pieces. So in the future, if you ever need to do this again, you can always send this back to me and we can redo it again. This strap should last you a good long time, but you can always make some more, or you can ask me to make another one if you want it for another watch that you have, different size strap, or anything like that. So Horween strap, off-white stitch leather, brushed clasp on here, and that's your build, sir. As I showed you, your bezel will go left, your bezel will go right. It's non-clickable. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, like driving or sitting at a desk, etc., make sure you wind it up just a little bit so that your movement, your lack of movement won't make it stop. So what you'll do is you'll back the crown off the threads until you hear it clicking. At that point you can wind, and a wind is a turn that way. Turning it back towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds, that mixed with your rotor movement from your slight movement should keep you running throughout the day. But if you're worried about it, you can wind this thing all day if you want and max out your 31 plus hour power reserve. You cannot overwind it. Whenever you are happy with what you've wound, pull it to the one and only click. You can now set your time. You'll notice you've got a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and pulling on it, you're not bending anything, you're putting any adverse pressure on there. If you pull it straight, you won't even feel it. It's not a hacky movement, so it's going to keep going. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 10:32 a.m.
10:32 a.m. When you're good, push it out of that time setting and then thread it back down. And there is your build, sir. As with every build, I send matching beads. Entirely up to you whether you wear them or not, but they are awesome and they match. Your build and warranty card is down inside here. I didn't know what build number it was going to be. A lot of times I put the build number on them, especially after the fact. If somebody wants a watch from me, then I know exactly, when I build it. I didn't know when I was building this, and I built it last night. So I believe it's build 709 or 710, something in there. Custom USMC box for you. You're going to get watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything there in the center. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. You're going to have some leather conditioner to keep this leather strap perfectly soft throughout. Just apply it, let it soak in, remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. This is used this sparingly, and whenever you think you need it, apply it on both sides. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. This is like poly watch because you've got an acrylic glass and you can scratch it, but if you do, put a tiny bit on it, buff against the scratch using your included microfiber, which I don't have it sitting over here, even though I already came over and made sure I had everything I needed for this video, included microfiber. Just generate some heat with your thumb, buff against the scratch, not with the scratch, so that you're not removing it. And then you'll knock it out in about 20 seconds. And then lastly, I'm including something for you. Since you were military, I've got a buddy of mine who has sent me a patch, and I thought, you know what? Maybe not for you, but it might be for one of your friends. So my buddy over at the Longest Day Facebook group, so we'll iron on patch. So throwing that in for you as well, man. And I appreciate you a ton and thinking of me and wanting me to put something together for you, and hopefully I did that. That's important for me to do watches like this, but doing them perfect and doing them to what you'd like is what's important. So hopefully I nailed everything for you. I know you didn't want to see pictures of this until you got it. You just wanted a couple little sneak peeks on there. So I hope when you open it up you love it, and then I'll send you this video link so you can see all about your watch. So I appreciate you, man, and thank you for your service, and thank you for trusting me. So if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.